6 months ago or so, I got an email from a random guy with the name of Brad. And he said, Jan, somebody said I should talk to you because you're doing outreach to refugees and so on, and I'm doing the same with my organization. And so I emailed back and we had a few Zoom calls. And it turned out that this guy has a whole organization supporting churches reaching out to refugees through language classes. And so we started those classes before the summer, and we just relaunched again early September. I've been at church for 11 years now, and since that very first Sunday we never left. So we stayed on, and I became an intern and trainee, and then grew into the role of assistant pastor and now associate pastor. So it's been a good 11 years. Yeah, I think what you guys are doing with Refugee Oasis, you're providing us with such a good, solid structure that it's really easy to get volunteers plugged in. So I think our team has grown, there's more excitement, it's a very hands-on ministry. So we just jumped on it and we're ready to go, and we launched it and we went from there. Yeah, well, I think first of all, it's a spiritual dynamic. So I think our whole church loves to see what is happening and loves to support us in prayer. So it's something very practical I can bring to the church. So you say, hey guys, this is what we're doing. Will you pray with us? Will you stand behind us in doing this? So that is true for our language classes, but I think even more for our Jesus Night that is coming up. I think, churches, especially in major cities in Western Europe, all have the same issue, that they're flooded with refugees. And so what Refugee Oasis does is providing the local church with a super hands-on, simple resource to begin to reach out to these people and tell them the love of Jesus. And the concept is that simple, that really any church can do this. You need 3, 4, 5 volunteers to get started. So whether you do this in Antwerp or Paris or Germany or the Netherlands, anyone can do this. We were really amazed by the vision of Refugee Oasis, that in fact people will never forget that Christians took care of them at the time where they were just arriving here and being without any kind of idea about what their future will be. So if they are Christians, of course, it will seem normal to them, but if they are Muslims or atheists, they will remember. We hope that at the same time they could be interested by why do you do that, and especially why do you do that freely, because there are many places where you have to pay some fees for that. And we think that by just questioning the way we work, we can just witness about Christ being interested to them.
I think we have people that come to this church now because they get to teach and because of this connection with Refugee Oasis. I've got one person in particular who would say they are at best an agnostic or atheist. They come to this church primarily because of the Refugee Oasis connection. It is an issue, it's a hot and button issue, especially here in France. We have many that want to serve this population, and so I do think it's a very legitimate entryway to hear the gospel. And so it helps us a lot to reach others that we wouldn't just reach if we were like, just come to a service. Yeah. There needs to be points to serve, and this is a great way to do so.
Right. Wir schätzen Refugee Oasis sehr. Die Unterstützung, vielleicht insbesondere auch deswegen, weil seitdem wir angefangen haben, Gemeinde zu gründen, 1,5 Jahre zurück, wir haben verschiedene Leute in der Gemeinde, die so in unterschiedlichen Punkten des Lebens stecken. Wir sehnen uns nach Partnern, die richtig fest im Leben stehen, hinter uns stehen, neben uns stehen und einfach unterstützen uns in dem, was wir tun. Und wir sehen diese Partner in Refugee Oasis. Das war für uns richtig ein Privileg, zu sehen, wie uns unterstützt.
They're just people like you and I, and it's lovely to meet them. And actually, when you meet them and interact with them, you learn a lot. You learn about cultures, you eat different kinds of food. You're practicing hospitality, but you learn so much about their hospitality. And I think when you see these people become curious and hungry for Jesus, it just revives your own faith and brings back that zeal and passion again as you see these people coming to faith and then burning with passion and being filled with God's Spirit. So It's personal revival in a way, to see someone else coming to the Lord. That's my big dream, that this is going to happen.
We hope that because they are our practical neighbors in both senses of the word, so we want to reach them, and we'll see. I mean, I don't know what God will do, but it's important for people who are hopeless to find hope.